Funky Friday. I am your host, Samantha Linderman. Sometimes I'm Samantha, sometimes I'm Sam. It doesn't mean, I'm in a mood or something. It's not like I'm Samantha and all of a sudden it's like, okay, don't talk to me. A few people get to call me Sammy, but whatever. It's bad when somebody has anybody ever said your name to you and you're like, don't call me that, but it's like your legal name, like the way they say it.
Yeah.
Samantha. What did you call me? No, but like, what did you call me? Like, you met me as Sam. Please give it up for our producer tonight, Jason, everybody! Jason Ham, he can edit your stand-up. He can shoot your wedding if any of you are lucky enough to be in love. Renew your vows even, I don't know. I don't know if are you doing funerals? Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
I could.
That's a whole other market, There's a whole other editing for that. There's an app for it. Speaking of apps, tomorrow night is our show in partnership with the app Thumbs Up. That's right, with a Z, no B. Takes people a minute to understand that. That's some mental math with letters. Welcome back. I'm like one of those like things that at Spirit Halloween when you walk by it and it jumps at you and it screams at you and it makes a noise. You walk past it, I'm like, I actually scared away a woman at Bath & Body Works just from my face. Just from how big I smiled at her walking into the store. And she stepped back from me and I was like, what did I do to you? Do I know you? You know what I mean? I was working there, so I don't know why she was confused. People would ask me if I worked there and it was like I had an apron on, so I never understood that one. But yes, tomorrow night we have two shows, one at 7 p.m. and one at 9 p.m. You can even come to both if you want. Maybe we'll do a special if you want to come to both. But both of the Eventbrites are going to be on our Instagram. You can check out our website. And it's going to be a really fun night. And Thumbs Up is an app that's basically trying to bring marketing back to the people. You know what I mean? So it's a way for you to use your own social media, your own following that you've built, that you've curated, and get paid money to post on social media. Which isn't that everybody in LA's dream already? I don't know. That's my dream. I wake up I'm like, I want to get paid to post. A little bit I do feel that way. Only because other people are. You know what I mean? Like, that was never like my actual, I was like, I don't want to be a vlogger. I saw other people doing it and I was like, I could do that, and it made me mad. I was like, all of a sudden I was like, no, that's my dream now. But yeah, come check it out. You guys are already here right now. Why not be here tomorrow at the same time? I don't know. My Uber driver might come and bring his family. So we'll see how that pans out. I mean, in and of itself, what a storyline to follow. But yeah, I'm an LA native, and it's hit me recently. Like, nobody gives a shit about that. Like, people are in LA already. They don't care that you've been here longer. I think I say it because it's like, this is where I'm from, but it's like, LA is like a moving, grooving town. But I'm gonna stay here probably forever. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I love it. It's like you drive 15 minutes, it's a different place. You drive 15 minutes, it's a different place. Where can you find that? Nowhere. Traffic, love it. Probably because I don't have a driver's license. That helps. It really helps with traffic when you're not driving. So I totally recommend that to everybody. Abso-freaking-lutely. I've gotten too good at being an Uber passenger that I sometimes have to pretend I don't hear what they say to me. Or I'm wearing one AirPod, but I pretend it's two. I put my hair like this. I've just gotten in too many pickles as a passenger. You know what I mean? Like, I've just gotten into too many conversations where I'm like, what does this have to do with, like, the 405? Like, I started talking to this guy, I was like, how's your day going, whatever, and he starts talking about his family, his ex-wife, whatever. I'm like, oh, that sounds hard, whatever. As soon as you sound a little bit sympathetic, somebody's like, oh, let me tell you more. And I was like, isn't this supposed to be the other way around? You know what I mean? Where it's like the driver's supposed to be the therapist, but I was his therapist. And he was like, yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel comfortable saying this to you for some reason, but the Me Too movement was really confusing for me. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what did I say? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have any sort of activist shirt. I wasn't like, he was like, I want to tell you. I'm like, wait, why? He was like, she was young, but I was like, what? Like, that's crazy. How do you even unpack that? I'm in the back seat, like, what's the ETA? Like, terrifying. But I made it, obviously, because I'm here. One time I got an Uber driver from the, you know, can we say from the page to the stage, from the driver's seat to the stage. I got them to perform. And I was worried. I was like, is she gonna be better than me? She wasn't, so I was all good. Don't worry about that. But yeah, Uber's a really fun experience. I mean, it's not really advertised as an experience, but it can be if you want it to be. You know, anything is what you make of it. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. You guys ever go to Target? Just
yeah.
You guys love Target? It's so expensive. I'm really upset about it. I don't know. I go there and I it's like, I don't know. I fall into the, I'm a consumer. I'm a severe consumer. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? I like, oh, big business, like whatever. It's like, I'm buying it though. It's like I see a video of, oh my god, it looks so cool, and then I buy it. Like, I went to a health food store. I don't know why. I was like living in a fantasy that like one trip to the health food store, I'm gonna be a new girl. Like, I'm gonna go to Lululemon, I'm gonna go to Pilates, I'm gonna go to Orange Grove Theory, like I'm gonna go to frickin' Pilates. I thought Pilates was like dancing. I thought Pilates was a drink. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a, sounds like such a fun word. It's brutal. Pilates is really difficult. I thought it was lattes. I thought it was, okay. But I went in there and I saw this lemonade and it said sea moss lemonade, and I was like, that's so interesting to me. She's like, it's so sweet, no sugar, the sea moss has all these benefits, 50 calories. Mind you, it's like, I don't look at calories, like I'm not at that age yet, you know what I mean, thank God. But I bought it and it tasted like sea moss. Like, I didn't know obviously what sea moss tasted like, but I took a sip and I was like, that's sea moss, you know what I mean? So now I know what that experience is like. I don't think it's worth it. I don't feel changed at all. But see you guys tomorrow night, and who is ready for our first comedian of the evening? The one, the only, Lee Schwartz, everybody!
Yeah, Lee Schwartz. Hello.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm done fighting with my mic. This mic, I guess it's over. I won really quickly. It's good. But I appreciate the introduction. I'm great. I love it. It's wonderful. I mean, one of the best. I mean, so far. So that's good. So I was thinking about that. You know, getting paid to do things. That sounds like a great idea. I think a version of Pay It Forward should be paying everyone you see someone do something, just pay them for doing anything. You know, walk across the street, and the next person pays it for doing some other thing, like, you know, even falling down the stairs, you pay for that. But it's been an okay week, okay day. You know, my dad called me. He said, you know, rarely does my dad call me, but he did, so it usually means something that's meaningless and has nothing to do with anything, which is probably the case. And you know, and it felt like he had something really to say that's been eating at him for a long time. And I was thinking of many things that I'm looking for, apologize for some things that he's done, and you know, I try to take it seriously, and he says, you know, we have never addressed things in our family, really. We haven't never addressed things. And I said, okay, here it is. I was thinking a lot of things that I deserve apologies for, lots of things. Long list. And he's like, take your pick, anything. And then he's like, we never gave you the bees and the birds talk. Birds and the bees talk. We never did it. And I said, well, that, yeah, I figured that would be coming, you know. And he's trying to, no, really, your mom and I never did that with you, and we felt bad about it. And I didn't know. I just, that's okay. All right, let's, like, how's you know, your investments doing right now? So, and do some, you know. Then he's like, no. Let's start. You know, you're probably doing everything wrong now. Let's start with the beginning. Masturbation. You're probably doing it wrong. So let's go over it. And then I said, I gotta go, and then that was that. But, you know, sometimes I think he's sometimes going to tell me something really important. But I really was looking forward to the time he used my social security number and my name to get credit cards. That's what I was really going for as far as the apology. That's been eating away at me for a long time. But then I remember before he's like, no, it's the family, do it for the family. It's all our money, you know. It's, you know, so you're doing it for a good cause, you know. So that sounds reasonable, I guess, you know. Sure. Are you still doing it? You know, I think I still get calls from credit card companies saying, you know, what's going on, and I don't know what's, you know, and then I want to call him on it, but you know, I don't have the guts to do it. And another thing, I want to just lay it on the line now and tell you everything. One particular thing my dad did, and I'm very unhappy about that he did it. And we found his porno movies. We found them, and you know, it was a great find. It was one of my greatest finds in all of my history. 8 years old, and he didn't hide them very well, and that was, you know, that was his fault. But I remember, you know, we'd mess it up and put them all in different places, and I knew he knew that I found them, and I realized we were safe because he didn't have the guts to say, "You found my pornos," you know. So we were completely safe. And you know, he'd never say, "You've been looking at them," because that means he admits he has pornos. And that was that. So, but anyway, poor dad. He never knew what he was really getting into, you know, half the time. I usually blame it on myself. So, I get. Okay, my agent's calling now. He says, "Get off now. Get off now. You're ruining everything. You know, no more stuff about your dad. It's not funny. Give it a break. Get out of there. Get out. Quick. Abort. Pull up." Loud. You know. Anyway. But today I just want to do it. I got my driver's license today, and I got a new picture. And a long time I've thought about reasons why to look certain ways in your driver's license pictures. I want some insight into, does anyone really think what they're going to look like in their driver's license pictures? Because a long time ago, at 22, when I forgot my license, I thought the most important thing is if I get pulled over, they look at my license and they see someone who looks innocent, pathetic, and looks like I'll let them go. So I put on this really like sad face, like it was like, it's kind of like that. And so the cop would say, "Geez, this guy's too." So anyway, that was the story with that, and glad you all listened, and thank you very much. And you can see me at Instagram, lee.schwartz.585. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Lee, everybody. I love dad jokes. I love jokes that dads make, and I love jokes about dads. I think that's funny. Is this quiet? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
is it? Okay. That's such a last resort. You know what I mean? You're like, no, this can't be on. I'm kidding. No, this is where, no, girl. We're working out. This is just the gym. Don't do stand-up comedy at the gym, though. It never works. That is a tough crowd. I mean, they want to be left alone. You know what I mean? They do not want to hear any jokes. I would say the best crowd for jokes is, well, it was actually when I worked at Bath and Body Works. It was the customers there, because they were never expecting it. They loved it. It just would hit them like a room spray. Like a fresh room spray to the eye. We've all been there. One time I was unloading these wallflowers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the lingo. This totally looks like a Bath and Body Works crowd. Men hated going in there. They hated it. They would tell me when they walked in, they would either say two things. They would say, "I'm here for my girlfriend," or "I'm not gay." So it's like, either way, it's like, dude, did I ask? You know, like I said, how can I help you? You know? I would always say, "Let me see a picture." The girlfriend, she real? Where's she from? Where is she right now? They would buy something. They would say, do you have like a Nike bag under the desk that I could put this in so nobody sees that I was here? And then I would say, do you know who Tay Diggs is? You guys know who Tay Diggs is?
Yeah.
Okay. I like Tay Diggs. But he comes in to Bath and Body Works, and he's like, I need the warm vanilla sugar. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And he was wearing an amazing outfit. My coworker was like, can I take a picture? He was like, no. And I was like, I get that, but that's not a men's scent. You know what I mean? That is a core scent in the women's line since probably like 2000 something. So anytime a guy was, I'd be like, you know, Tay Diggs, right? And I was like, he has like, what, like, I think 2 girlfriends right now. He buys this one, and then they never believed me. So it's just a little LA experience for you guys. But who's ready for this next experience? You know him, you love him. He's not expecting this. Are you ready for the comedy of Patty?
Hey, hold on. That's me. I'm Patty. Well, are you ready or what?
Are you ready?
Hit me. Keep it going. Sam, keep it going for your host, Sam. Look at, I like that Billy Ramirez. He's with us. This guy's on his phone, but that's okay. We'll check in with you. Through my set. I love Lee Schwartz. You guys, it looks like the waiting room at my urologist's office. Here, he's not wavering. He's not wavering at all. Give it up for Lee Schwartz earlier, too. I just love you, Lee. Even when you mix up, you said the bees and the birds. Through you, so funny. What if I feel? I worry about you sometimes.
Yeah,
is all. I told you I have a project in with Netflix, and there is a part for a neurotic Krav Maga instructor who's severely pussy whipped. That you would be fucking perfect. You would be magic in that part.
Sure.
And don't feel bad. I'll share with you. You know, I was raised terminally Catholic. Nobody told me about the bees and the birds. Nobody. Not my dad, not my mom. I went to Catholic school. There was no sex education. All I knew is what I learned from the paintings. That was all I knew of it. The thing is, when the time came around, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. You know, like when you were talking about pornography, right? Okay, first of all, I come from Ireland. I came here when I was about 8. And Ireland is a severely... Divorce wasn't legal till 1985. You needed a prescription to buy condoms. My father used to smuggle condoms from England into Ireland. He was a bovine inseminator and a part-time condom smuggler. No, it's true. That's 100% true. That's 100% true. That's why I love this country, you know? Because I know real oppression. I was a Catholic minority in a civil fucking war. It was a civil war, you know? Fucking crazy. 20 bombs went off in one fucking day. There was so much bombing, my mother looked forward to the gunfire. She'd be like, don't be a little queer, Pat. Now go out and play. It's only fucking gunfire, you cunt. She used that word a lot. In Ireland, that's a commonplace word. But it is. It's very common. I wanted to say, though, as you journey through this life, beware of the illusion of virtue. The illusion or virtue thirst. Like when you see someone who's homeless, right? Or unhoused, whatever the proper terminology is. I don't look at that as an opportunity to show my virtue. Like I was walking here, and there was, right down the street, there was a homeless maiden. Lovely lady, I see her on a regular basis, and by the gas station right there on the corner, and she said hello, and I was bending over giving her $5, and a guy walks out of the gas station. He goes, you know, she's just going to spend that on drugs and alcohol. I said that's what I was going to spend it on. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And you can look at me and make assumptions, you know, like, oh, you look like that, therefore this is your life. I was homeless. I was homeless. Yes, for a year. For a year. Only back then we didn't have the term homeless. I was what you call an adorable hobo. That's what people referred to me as, an adorable hobo. And it was just a good business decision at the time. It was a very good, and I'm going to tell you what, affordable housing was never, there was never a lot of affordable housing in LA. It was a good business decision because I had a pretty serious cocaine habit to support at the time. We got to get our priorities straight. Huh? That's why I was homeless. That's why I had a gym membership. I had a job, but I was a cocaine addict. And I was thinking, well, what's the deal? I get to come back to the same shitty apartment every fucking night. I'd just rather stay out, and snort coke and, chase women. It was just a business decision. That was right after my first ex-wife, who, for legal reasons, I must refer to as plaintiff. She had tired of my habit of, she would get up and go to work in the morning, and I would stay home and babysit our cocaine. Can you believe it? She didn't like how that worked out. She flung me out into the real world, where I promptly became homeless. I lived in a Buick estate wagon. You remember the 9-passenger wagons? It's just big enough to get a mattress in the back. Well, I had my 11-year-old granddaughter spent the weekend with us. She's her mother is a very socially conscious woman, and it's rubbed off on my granddaughter. My granddaughter, I poured her a bowl of her favorite cereal, in the morning, and she wouldn't eat them because she said Count Chocula is offensive to African-American vampires. Look, I explained to her that, first of all, Count Chocula is called Count Chocula not because of any type of a skin thing, because he liked chocolate, not blood. All right? That's what that's about. And everybody knows that he was portrayed by a pansexual Romanian voiceover actor. Vlad was the guy's name. So I took her, and Sam, you could relate to this. She's 11, but she's going on 34. Do you know what I mean? Like, you remember them when they're little. Like, one time I took her to Home Depot when she was 3, and we were standing in line. I didn't know she could read. We'd been watching a Snoop Dogg podcast. She loves Snoop Dogg. Kids love fucking Snoop Dogg. They do. They love Snoop Dogg. And we were standing in Home Depot, and she just screamed out, "God is real, you dog-headed bitches!" What the fuck? She read it on the bottom of it, like the banner on the podcast. So that's the, my granddaughter that I know and love. But she is, she's Filipino and Irish, so naturally she identifies as a tall Mexican. And I took her to see Despicable Me 17. There's about 17 of those fucking things out. And we're watching the show, and she goes, Grandpa, it's kind of racist that there's no Filipino minions. I said, well, what if there were Filipino minions? She said, that would definitely be racist. I don't know. I love her, though. We love our grandchildren. And there are uncomfortable truths that you share. I'll share an uncomfortable truth with you guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Woo. Now listen, my mother used to say something to me. She would say, I may be a schizophrenic, but at least I have each other. And she used to say, Patty, the way people treat you when they think you have cancer, and the way people treat you when they want to fuck your sister are exactly the same. They are certain. You know this. You learn these things through life. Sadly, my mom died. Either that or she just hasn't talked to me in the past 18 months. If you knew my mom, you wouldn't find that hard to believe. She had a borderline personality that just knew no fucking borders at all. She used to just say, she locked me in a closet once and told me not to come out until I was pretty. What is that about? And she would say, she'd just lie. She was, they talk about the smells of your childhood. Like, is there a smell that takes you back? And for me, it's Benson and Hedges Gold 100s. My mother smoked 3 packs a day. 3 packs a day. February, like, because I moved to Chicago in this country because Belfast was too violent. My father moved to fucking Chicago. And that February in Chicago, my mom would get in the car, heat blast, and first thing she'd do is just light up a fucking cigarette with her sister next to her, and there's 14 of us in the backpack. No such thing as a safety belt. You remember those days? We didn't wear a fucking helmet. When we rode if you wore a helmet, you were special. We fucking rode our bicycles without, how the hell did we live? But my mom was a liar. She was a liar, you know, and she was a great liar, but sometimes it was funny the things that she would lie about. And she would never, ever, she died with a bunch of the lies. She would never, but she loved, towards the end of her life, what she loved to do most is just tell people she voted for Obama. Just random people. You know, I voted for Obama. You know, waitress is like, why is the lady from the Irish Spring commercials telling me she fucking voted for Obama? I'm like, Mom, stop. Shut up. And the sad part about it is she never would have voted for Obama. Ever. My mother was, you know, an immigrant, a very serious Catholic, and a devout racist. I'm just telling you, it's a fact. If my mother saw Barack Obama walk on water, she'd say, I told you they couldn't fucking swim, Patty. This crowd is a high energy crowd. Wait till you get up here. Wait till you get up here. It's good. But as you know, sir, do you have children? Oh, yeah. Okay. He knows, and I don't want to put you guys off on love, because you guys look like a horny couple. not a couple, I mean a few. Like in numbers. Although, do what you do. It's LA. I don't know what to make of it anymore. But
anything can happen.
Again, you have a woman you're scared to death of that you're going back to right now. Right. But I'm going to tell you this. Scary. It's worth it, right? Is it worth it at the end? No, it's not. That's the thing. It's not worth it. Stop now. I have 3 beautiful children. You know, actually I have 5. 2 of them fucking annoy me. That one got me a get well card for Father's Day. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You know what it means? They ran out of Father's Day cards. You could be that and the Starbucks card. Nothing says, I just bought this on the fucking way over here. Like a fucking Starbucks gift card. Anyway, I'm Patty, Paddy, FORCOMEDY. Hit me on the gram. You know, I do Wednesday nights at the Mix. And let's get this fervent energy going. Let's percolate for the one and only Sam Linderman. Come on! Give it up.
Keep it going for Patty, everybody.
I get a kick off.
Bye, lady.
Alright, sorry.
You're the only person I'm gonna let you do that kind of exit.
Alright.
If you guys have to go, you can go whenever. That was sweet though. That was like a really nice goodbye. Okay, bye, Lee.
Bye,
see you. See you at the show? I don't know. Okay, we'll see. But the night is not over yet. If you do have to go, you should go while I'm on stage. That was like perfect. Amazing. Give it up for Lee. Great set. Great set. Great exit. I mean, first of all. And keep it going for this next comedian. It does feel like a long time since I've seen you. Please welcome the one and only Billy Ramirez, everybody!
Yeah, open mic comedy. That's the experience. Thank you, everyone. Keep it down.
Keep it down.
No, keep it down. I'm trying to work on my jokes, all right? My name is Billy Ramirez, and I am a middle-aged muchacho. And I like to call myself a middle-aged muchacho because I'm trying to accept the fact that I'm a middle-aged man. It's a weird place to be because I'm not young anymore, but I'm not like old, officially old yet, but I'm getting old, so that's fun. But I'm trying to accept the fact that I'm getting old in a few ways. Like, one way is my sheer and outright refusal to learn how to text using any sort of shorthand or slang. I refuse to do so. For me, it's proper grammar and punctuation, or nothing, and that includes the Oxford comma. Now, I don't do that just because I'm getting old. I also do that because it's really the only chance I get to show off my communication degree. I certainly don't show it off with where I live or with what I drive or anything like that. So I don't know if you remember an old episode of The Simpsons. It came out about 20 years ago when I was embarking on my journey towards my lucrative communication degree. And in this episode, the kicker for Springfield University injures his leg in the big rivalry game, and in the locker room, Dr. Julius Hibbert tries to comfort the poor kicker, and he tells him, "Oh, I'm afraid you'll never play football again. At least you can fall back on your degree in communications." Oh, dear Lord, no. And then the kicker goes, "Yes, I know, he's a funny major. Lubchenko learned nothing." Well, that joke is funny to me again, because it is said that comedy is tragedy plus time, and, well, enough time has passed, and the tragedy is a communication degree. Let's see, so at least based on what I just told you, you can probably very easily guess that I don't own a house. rent an apartment, so every month I got to give the lord of the land their money. But fortunate enough to have a nice back patio. That's not a euphemism for anything else. It's literally just a back patio. And in this back patio, I feed squirrels that visit me, which is nice. And it started off with one squirrel. I used to feed her with just leave a bowl of seeds, whatever I can find from the pet store. And I don't know if she invited her friends or word got down the squirrel pike, but more and more squirrels started showing up, fighting over the seed, making a mess. So I switched to giving them peanuts. And they love the peanuts, and I love giving them peanuts because they just grab the peanuts and go. Sometimes they grab two. I turned my back patio into a squirrel Sonic, basically. Just grab your food and get out of here. You eat it in the tree, your squirrel sedan, whatever it is. Just get on and get it. And it's adorable because sometimes they'll come up to my back screen and they'll curl up their hands like this, and it looks like they should be holding a dusty hat, asking like, please, may I have another? I don't know what accent squirrels have, but sometimes they show up with like pieces of flour or leaves on their faces from their daily adventures, and it looks like I have a parade of squirrel trick-or-treaters coming up. But anyways, the point is, you can tell that I care about the squirrels. So I looked up what I should actually feed the squirrels, and it turns out that too many peanuts is bad for squirrels. And I feel like a bad influence because squirrels don't know that too many peanuts is bad for them, but I do, and I still feed them. And the issue is it affects their bone health. So now, in my 40s, I'm worried about squirrel bone health. I should be worried about the bone health of at least my wife and children, but I have neither, so instead squirrels. And it's not, I don't want to give them too many peanuts, just 1 or 2, 3, whatever, but I worry, is this the peanut that's going to start liquefying your bones, little buddy? And none of the websites that I visit tell me how many peanuts is too many peanuts. So I worry, is this the one that's going to set you over the edge? So anyways, my point is, if you're on the west side and you start tripping over furry bags of squirrel soup, it was too many peanuts, and I'm very, very sorry. Let's see. If you notice, by the way I pronounce my last name when I started, Billy Ramirez. I am Latino, Mexican, raza, orale. I speak Spanish, and if comedy doesn't pan out, I already have a backup career planned. I'm going to be a baseball interpreter. But I think I might need like a gimmick to stand out. I might wear a funny hat, some funky glasses, maybe a zoot suit. But I thought like maybe that might not be enough. I might need something a little more extravagant, and grandiose. So here's my idea for my gimmick when I hopefully don't have to become a baseball interpreter. So just imagine interviewer, myself the interpreter, and then a baseball player. So it goes something like this. We're here with catcher Jesus Fernandez, whose crucial play in the 9th inning won the game. So please tell us a little bit about that. Mira, díganos un poquito de su jugada en la 9ª entrada de que ganó el partido. Sí, lo más importante es que yo tuve la oportunidad de apoyar a mi equipo a ganar este partido. Okay, what happened? The guy threw the ball close to my face, okay, so I get really mad. So until next time he throw the ball, I do a bunt, okay? So then from the bunt, I go to full base, and now he really mad because I get to full base on a bunt, okay? So then I tell him, okay, you better be ready because I'm going to steal second base. So I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, little salsa, and I steal second base. So now he mad because I'm behind him, not in front. He can't see me from behind, okay? So now he really nervous. He throw a bad pitch. I go to third base, okay? So now from third base, I say, hey, pendejo, mira, pretend I can whistle. Hey, pendejo, I'm gonna steal home. You ready? I take off and then I steal home, and that's how he won the game. Yeah. So, what? That's basically what you said. So that's my gimmick for being a baseball translator. See how it works out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, yeah, so I speak Spanish, and I have a piece of Spanish-related trivia for you about the band Maroon 5. So check this out. Bet you did not know this. Did you know that the band Maroon 5 has a different name in Latin American countries? It's true. In Latin American countries, Maroon 5 is known as Cinco Putos. And that's true because I saw it on Wikipedia when I put it there. Another band joke? Sure, how about this one? You know my favorite thing about the band Mumford & Sons is that we know exactly who to blame. So I mentioned I speak Spanish, and one of the things that I love about LA is that it offers me plenty of opportunities to speak Spanish. Like whenever I go to a taqueria, you know, a Mexican restaurant, a taqueria. Because whenever I go to a Mexican restaurant here in LA, inevitably I'm gonna overhear someone order something like a chicken quesadilla, chicken fajitas, chimichanga, something like that. Because then when that happens and it's my turn to order, I just cannot resist auditioning for a telenovela that nobody's shooting. Just all of a sudden, just, you know, if it's night, like the sun will just shine in my face, like, ¿qué tal, preciosa? En este momento yo deseo 2 tacos de carne asada, una enchilada, una torta y una Fanta. Gracias, por favor, muy amable. Buen provecho. Que Dios te bendiga. When I'm feeling extra confident, I'll throw in some other words like crepúsculo, which is, you know, irrelevant. But the problem is, I have this face and demeanor, so sometimes I'll order in fluent Spanish, and then in return I'll get a, okay, you want, hijo de tu puta madre. Fine, sir. I'll have a side of the whack-a-mole, whatever. But actually, it doesn't really matter where or when I get a chance to hablar español in LA, because whenever I do, I just go completely overboard. Basically, turn into a Latino reporter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if anyone still watches the news, pay attention to any reporter whose last name ends in EZ, and there's a very good chance that reporter is going to take every opportunity to celebrate the Spanish language. And that's how I hablo español, like a Latino reporter wrapping up a segment. Something like, police don't have any further information on the suspect. Reporting live from El Camino Real in Santa Clara. This is Gustavo Gutierrez, el mero mero más chingón, tú sabes, güey, for ABC 7 News. Back to you, Nancy. Anyways, that's all I had prepared with. So when you came in, I thought you were like part of a prank show or something. Like you were trying to challenge new comedians, like, you know. All right, so whenever someone's performing, you come in, you open up like a fizzy bottle of water, and then Sam's got to come over here, and then, you know, mid-set, you get you some paper towels, and, you know, start cracking walnuts eventually. I know, for a little while, I thought it was like, is this like a new comedian challenge? Like anyway, sorry, I don't mean to call you out. Split step, for a little while, I was like, this has got, is it a challenge? I don't know. But anyways, please welcome back to, my name is Billy Ramirez. Please find me at billyramirez.com. And I think Sam's going to go investigate. All right, now instead of, please welcome back Sam Lindsman. Yeah.
Keep it going for Billy, everybody. One thing about LA School of Comedy, we have paper towels. Welcome Anya, everybody. Rich, come on up here.
All right, I will.
Come on up here.
Oh.
No hi. Right.
Hey, what's a gangster rapper and a vegan got in common?
What?
No beef.
They want no beef. He nailed that one. Hey, what do you call 50 cents when he does a concert in Mexico? 8.5 pesos.
He's right.
That's right. Roughly. I went to Cancun.
Yeah.
Man, you ever been to Cancun?
Yes.
God damn, they rip you off as soon as you get off the plane, man. May as well turn your pockets inside of it. You gotta do all-inclusive to Cancun. Let's see what else. Hey, when Tupac was alive, they interviewed him. They said, hey, man, a friend of yours, a famous rapper, was assassinated last week. What do you think about it? You know what he said? No biggie. All right. All right, ain't many of us here, man. You get a chuckle, you won the battle. Hey, I've seen everything once, man. In this town, I've seen everything once, and I'm always ready to either run out the door or duck. But you never know, right? You never know how it's gonna go. You don't never know who's on stage. Hey, this guy walked into a bar with a dog, a little dog, and the bartender said, "Get out of here with that damn dog." And he goes, "No, I'm a bartender, special dog. He can play the piano." I said, "Bullshit, I don't believe that." He said, "Look, I'll put him on the bar, he'll play the piano, and if he can play, can he stay?" He said, "Yeah, but I don't believe it." So he puts a little dog up on the piano, the dog cracked his little paws, opened a little piano book, looked at it, started playing. He said, "Get the fuck out, I've never seen a dog play the piano." He goes, "Yeah, he's pretty good for a dog." So everybody's happy, they're dancing, all of a sudden a dog a little bigger than him came walking in, angry, growling, and it looked like him. He walked up and grabbed the dog by the scruff of the neck and drug him out. And the bartender said, "Who the hell was that?" He goes, "That was his mom. She wanted him to be a doctor." Alright. Come on, man, I do these open mics everywhere. These jokes are right about the middle. And they could be worse. I know a dude with 3 names who put a list out of 100 comedians you should know.
Oh yeah.
Man, that dude's a piece of work. God dang. You know, the only issue I got with him, he comes in with these Bill Romanowski eyes. He's looking around. He wants to rush up on the stage. And he cuts the line somewhere. I don't know. The host always let him right up. And he goes up and he's got nothing. And I'm sitting there, him stuttering and spittering. I go, this guy ain't got anything. He has 3 names. He put a list out of 100 comedians you should know. And he put himself on the list. You gotta put yourself on the damn list. You don't have 3 jokes in your set, son. What's wrong with you? Like, somebody's got to tell. If I see you guys talking to him, I'm going to hold you accountable. If you're serious about comedy, don't hang around somebody who can't do comedy. Don't talk to him. Just freeze him out, man. Like, if you play pickup basketball, if you see one dude who can't play, you don't pass him the ball. You want that dude to leave and don't come back. Like, man, you can't play. Go home, Tommy. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to say who it is, because you ain't supposed to do that in LA. I don't know why, man. Hey, another thing, Bronny James was the worst player I've ever seen in the NBA, except until he rose up and became his dad's son, and now he's solid. So if he gets solid, I'll apologize, but right now he sucks. That's all I got on that one. Hey, man, let me ask you guys something. Pat, you white dude. Why do white people not run when they hear gunfire at a rally? Like, they tried to shoot that old man. First off, this is another thing I'm curious about. I watch white people when it's all white people. I go, what the hell are they doing? If a white dude walks in who's clearly never been laid, he's got a blatant insult, armed with a rifle, a Home Depot ladder, a backpack with explosive devices in it, and a tripod to hold the rifle steady, that guy could be suspicious. I mean, in theory, right? What the hell? How come everybody didn't just leave? Like, well, this guy, he's going to start some trouble. Let's call the speech off now. And then he's not in shape. He goes up the side of the building where the cops are in the building, like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like, what the hell, man? I don't understand that. But then when the shots rang out, this was some gangster Caucasian female stuff. As the shots came in, this one lady just leaned back. She didn't even run. She just put her camera up like, I got this. I'm going to put it on TikTok. Did you see that? Man, that's some... I have no opinion on that. And then Trump tried to culture appropriate. You see he did this bullshit? You can't do that, man. But he got away with it. Sorry. Anyway. These are the thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools. I swear, do you guys know Wixie? You might know her, man. She hosts around. She doesn't. Anyway, she jumped me at some lame open mic. She said, "You stole that joke." I said, "Well, we're all recycling the same jokes. I don't know that you can accuse me of that, but carry on." So whatever popped in her head, man, I know what it is. It's hard to sit in that audience, man. Sometimes. It's like watching paint dry. Anyway, do I have any time left?
Yeah, you got like 5 minutes.
All right, I'm going to close it out with some more one-liners. Hey, how come they don't make Barbie out of plastic anymore? Kardashians used it all. Hey, did you hear about that half black, half white rapper who's trying to make it? 50%. All right, I read a Tupac of M&M's is 50 cents. That's ludicrous. That's all I got. Thanks.
Keep it going for Rich, everybody. Good to see you.
Just for future reference, the Irish tend to shoot back.
That's right.
Yeah, the Irish, we just tend to shoot back. I don't know about the English, they're different.
No, yeah, I don't know why we're like that. I wish I could say. I don't know if I would have filmed it. I don't know what I would have done.
Wow.
I probably not. I'd probably blink really hard. I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't know. One time I was in an escape room, I just gave up. Anyways, I was like, can I get my deposit back? Like, it smells in here. Let me out! I was like, seriously, where is the escape button? What is the safe word? who is ready for the next comedian.
Yeah!
I don't feel like it's paint drying. I feel like this is like one of the. This is like so human of us, you know. It's like we all get together. Like I don't go to church. I don't go to temple. I come here. This is spiritual for me. Can you tell?
Yes.
Can you tell? I love it here. I love you guys. We're gonna get t-shirts soon, and then we can all wear them. We can post on Instagram. But please give a warm welcome to this next comedian. You know him, you love him, the one, the only Aaron McIntyre.
Hello, I'm so sorry I was late. I took a little swim beforehand and got caught up in the water. So. My name is Aaron McIntyre. It's spelled a little weird, A-E-R-O-N, not A-A-R-O-N or E-R-I-N. It's a little sexier than that. Because I'm a sexy guy, you know what I mean? I'm a little disappointed that there's not more people of color here tonight. Because I always feel judged by white people. And I feel like black people have already convicted me. So, and I am guilty. I am guilty. I have no idea what I'm going to say tonight because I was swimming and I didn't check things out. I was thinking about stopping by with Anya and having a toke off his blunt, but I decided to come in a little earlier. Let's see here. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about people. People who need people. No, I wasn't going to talk about that at all. I have fucking no idea. I think, one thing I did learn, very interesting, I don't know if you guys know this, but I just heard this. If we as a nation actually had an election where it was the majority, right? Not the electrical college. Yeah, we're gonna fuck with you motherfuckers. We're gonna divide everything up and we're gonna fuck you in the ass. If we did not have an electoral college and it was the popular vote, we would have only Clarence Thomas as a Supreme Court judge. Oh, can you imagine Clarence Thomas sitting around with a bunch of liberal motherfuckers? You know, just sitting there going, oh, motherfucker, what have I done? Because, I thought that was really interesting because they haven't won a popular vote in fucking forever, like since Reagan, I think, which is kind of amazing. And I think that right now, the whole thing with politics is pretty insane because, you know, nobody seems to have sanity anymore. They like to listen to liars, and there's a whole swath of the country. And I think that they're basically, you know, how the Republicans are always pressing shit on the Democrats. You know, it's like, oh, they're fascist. No, you're fascist. No, they're against this. No, you're against it. So I think it's the same thing with their voters. I think the voters are basically looking at this candidate and they're going, yeah, he's a liar, but I'm kind of a liar too, you know. I mean, I lie on my taxes and I lie about basically everything else, so why not? And the other thing is that they're against abortion because they want more babies. We need more babies. We need more babies. But they're very short-sighted. Because they don't realize, you know, they got the immigrants coming in, they're saying, no, keep them out because they're taking all our jobs. Well, those babies that they want are going to fucking grow up and take all their jobs. I mean, they're just not thinking ahead. You know what I mean, Patty?
I feel you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
They're not fucking thinking ahead and going, you know, if we have too many babies, then, you know, they're going to take our jobs. And so maybe we should just let them in and take all the jobs that we don't want. You know, because that's basically what it is. They say they're going to take the jobs from you. No, it's just because you got a fucking lazy ass and you don't want to fucking get up and actually do a hard day's work. You want to get the job that, you know, is way above your pay grade. It's just crazy to me. Because also, if we don't have the right to have reproductive freedom, right, nothing is going to be free. And we're going to have way too many babies, and a lot of those babies are going to die. So we're going to be wading through babies on the street because you know, nobody's taking care of them. Nobody's loving the children. The children are our future. What's that song? The children.
We are the world.
We are the world. Yeah.
We are the world.
We are the fucking world,
The
man.
greatest love.
Right in this room, we are the world.
We are the
Right?
children.
Right? We got a pastiche. We got a lovely pastiche here of people of all stripes. I am a utilitarian. Hold your applause. So that means that I like things to be concise. You know, I like things to be taken care of, you know, in an orderly manner. You know, texting is for, I'll meet you at 2. Okay. Where? The Galleria, where the fuck you're going. That's it. It's not for, what do you think Brenda's gonna do about Bob? I don't know. You know, I think that I cannot fucking do that. My fingers are way too fat. I'm too fucking old to be typing out on this little fucking thing. What I say to all the people, you know, and I put this out there for all the people that have been texting me for the last 3 years, and I haven't written them back, you know, or texted them back. Pick up the fucking phone, you know? It's really easy. You want to have a conversation, you actually want to have a conversation. You don't want to have written things that you got little bubbles and emojis. You know, you can do an emoji. You can do an emoji. Emoji, is it emoji? It is French, you know, it is a French word, emoji. You can do the emoji, you can say LOL, which, you know, I always think is very funny with the, you know, I learned about anagrams and acronyms and palindromes. So a lot of people get all of that shit mixed up. You know, they go an anagram, which is, you know, you're taking the LOL and all that crap. No, that's an acronym. Yeah, the anagram is what?
It's a mixing up of the letters of a word that you see. So
right, so that you can mix them all up and make a new word, right, or a different word, right?
Or if I show you a group of letters, you can tell me what the word is.
Ah, okay. That's an anagram. Okay. And the palindrome is same thing, backwards and forwards, which one of my favorites is never odd or even. That's a good one, isn't it? Never odd or even. Yeah, just spell it backwards, it says the same thing. Just thought that was an interesting little piece of information that you might want to pass on to people. Yeah. Let's see here. I was born in Florida and moved up to Minot, North Dakota, which is the coldest spot. So we got one of the warmest spots to one of the coldest spots, and I was only in Florida for 6 days and never went back because, you know, it is the land of book burners and Disney cancel culture, which, you know, I actually do think that Mickey Mouse was gay, and Minnie was his beard. I mean, you see the way the guy dances, you know. Woo! You know, he's got like a hula hoop thing going on. Ah, good. Another person to make me feel better. Oh, and she's leaving. Okay. Yeah, we're out going to the nail salon.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to the nail salon out back.
Shit on me.
I thought she was running away from somebody.
No, she's in the bathroom.
Hi. No, I lost my place. I had no place, so it really doesn't matter. I had no fucking place today. Good, thank God for that red light. Yeah, so I moved there, and I think that you know, from the warmest to the coldest, I think that contributed to the bipolar disorder. Yes, I am bipolar, but I'm not dangerous or anything like that. Excuse me. A lot of people, when I said that I was diagnosed bipolar, people were like, oh, I'm bipolar too. Everybody has ADD now, right? And I think that's kind of, what? Yeah. I know. Okay, I'll get to it. But the bipolar thing, everybody was like, you're not bipolar. And it's like, well, you think that I'm going to walk around going, oh my God, everything is so amazing. Did you see how many people made this stool? God, there's so many people who went into it. Think about the metal, and they had to burn the metal. You know, it's like, you do that around people, they tend to kind of back off a little bit. And you go between that, like, oh my God, we're connected. You and I, we're one. To, oh my God, just fucking kill me right now. I just don't want to be around anymore. And then you got this nice little couple of weeks in between as you're cycling through, where that's the where you're normal. And the rest of the time you're either extremely depressed or you're bouncing off the walls. And when people would say, oh yeah, I'm bipolar too, it's like, oh really? When was the last time you spent $673 on tchotchkes for people, you know, online in about 15 minutes, you know? When was the last time you went to a lake and decided, you know, thought about jumping in? I was actually, oh, thank you, I'm done. Thank God. Thanks everybody, my name's Aaron McIntyre. You can find me right there at AARONMACINTYRE, and good night.
Yeah.
We did a lot going for Aaron, everybody. Bye, Rich. I hope I wasn't rude. I have this voice that I put on sometimes, so I'm like, oh, I have to I have to be like a grown up. Like I saw this little girl laying on a front lawn face down. Never seen anything like it. I'm talking Beverlywood, okay? Like the house is like a big lawn, you know, little girl. And I was like, I can't walk away from that. Like, you know, this feels horrible. And I was like, you okay, sweetie? Like, I don't know who I became. It was the same person you saw in there. You okay, sweetie? I was like, she knows, like, I don't know. I was giving camp counselor or mother, or I don't know. And and then she just rolled over and then rolled back over. And I was like, okay, she knows how to roll over. My dog doesn't do that, but she's the best sitter, best cuddler, whatever. And she's here right now. No, I'm kidding. She is not ready for the stage. But you guys aren't even ready for your headliners tonight. Oh, yeah. Please put your hands together for Anya. Woo.
Alright, let's get into it. What's good, people? How goes it? I know, Aaron, you say, how do you spell your name?
AERON.
You fucking Game of Thrones?
Yeah, man.
That's what you gotta take inspiration. They got the Targaryen name in 2024. I fuck with it, bro. I fuck with the show. I was thinking about adding the EON to my shit too. That shit cool. They got dragons and shit. I just wanted to, I thought about that. I was like, damn, let's repeat. What do I want to talk about today? I don't know. We're still working on that whole driving situation. We're gonna work on that set, try to punch it up. But I think the timing on that is gonna be like close to 5 minutes is where I want to get that down to, because I feel like it doesn't have to be a long story. You know, I know we just worked on it last week, so I don't know if you guys kind of. Yeah, I mean, I was here. Was that last week? That was this week, right? It was Wednesday.
It was Monday.
Monday, yeah. It feels like last week, but it was this week. It wasn't like the whole sex. I did other jokes, and I did that joke, so we're just thinking about it out loud. I'm really sad that he left after he said the stuff about Bronny. So I'm like, I don't know, like as a Laker fan, I'll be taking all Bronny aggression like personally. Like I'm like my whole like existence is dedicated to defending this man's son. Like fuck, bro. He had 2 good games back to back. Like what do you mean he had bad games? He's not the worst. He's not the worst. There's other people out there that are worse. Just had to say that. So let's get into it. Let's work on it. Let's go timing. We're at 8:01 now. So let's lock in. I consider myself to be a good driver. You know, a lot of my friends would say I'm a great driver. See, I changed the vocabulary on that. But it's true. They say that if they had to compare me driving to anyone, I drive like a single father with his kid in the back seat. You know, like very safe. We're getting there. You know, only just enough over the speed limit to show I'm rushing, putting in my effort. But we get there. You know, I'm a very safe driver. Slow stops. You know, the car's not jerking. You know, I do all the good things. But it always shocks people when I tell them I actually took my driver's test 3 times. Yes, I did not pass on the first time, did not pass on the second time. I had to take it 3 times. But it's not my fault, realistically. I think it's really easy to take accountability for things when you can push the blame to somebody else. I feel like that's why zodiac signs are popular. You know, like people are like, oh my God, you lie a lot. It's like, okay, but you know I was born in December. Like that's not on me. That's a candy corn trait. It comes with the genetics where I was born. Candy corn trait. Back to the driving. I will tell you guys, I did try to get my license early. As soon as I was of age to go take the test, I took the written test, passed, boom, immediately. Smart boy, remember everything from the book. Got to the driver's portion, I did my little driver's training, did all the hours required. I was ready to go. I get in the car, and I'm waiting in the line at the Inglewood DMV. Yes, I will reveal the destination and location because it's a full story, and you guys have to understand my story and my journey. I'm at Inglewood DMV waiting for my turn. It's my turn to go. A heavyset woman comes. You know, but I don't immediately notice that. I notice her dress, flowers. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a pleasurable experience. We're gonna have fun. She gets in the car. There's a faint odor of hot dog water, but I move. I don't say anything. The vibes are low-key weird, but I continue. Hello, how's it going, man? She starts immediately asking questions. Doesn't answer my question at all. Immediately asks questions. Traffic signal right, traffic signal left. Doing all this stuff, but I'm doing it. We go on the journey. We're driving. Smooth stops per usual. I'm already on that tip. She's like, go ahead and turn left. I get all the way to the left lane. As I'm going in the left lane, we're almost to the light. She says, I said turn right. Excuse me, ma'am? No, I distinctly remember you just saying to turn left. I know because as soon as you said it, boom, I turn my signal on and we go to the left. She said, oh, well, you should know the course. Well, now you're switching the excuse because now first you said that you said right, but now you're saying I should know the course. Mind you, it's my first time. How would I know the course? I don't argue. I immediately get in the right lane, work my way around. We get to the place, we get back to DMV, Inglewood DMV. I'm like, so did I pass? She says, actually, the number of minor errors you're allowed to have is 10, and you had 13. Every time you switch lanes, you do not look over your shoulders. I had to mark that as a minor error, meaning that those 4 extra lanes to the left and my 4 extra lanes to the right are the 8 minor errors that made me fail the test. Mind you, wouldn't have happened if she told me the right way to go. In anger, I said, no what? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna be pressed. I'm gonna take the test again. Next time I take the test, I'm like a fucking owl. My whole neck. Every fucking time. I'm ready. Practicing as I'm driving to school. Practicing my whole head. Right, left, right. I'm ready. But when I get to the DMV, it's my time to take the test. The same lady walks out of those doors. And then she's walking into my car. She sees me. We make eye contact. And she says, oh no, I'm not doing a repeat today. Goes back in. What? Goes back in, then comes back out with what I can only assume to be a sister or a distant relative. Looks just like her! And she comes into the car, and she gives the same faint odor of hot dog water. That's how, to this day, I can't eat hot dogs because of this. But she gets in the vehicle, so I'm already knowing I'm on my P's and Q's. I'm turning my neck. Every time I'm turning the lane, I'm turning my head. Turn left, sir. I said, what'd you say? She said, turn left, sir. I said, okay, I'm listening this time. I gotta add everything, every instruction, I'm double checking. I'm on my P's and Q's. We get to the point where all I have to do is reverse into a like open parking space area just to show I can reverse just without hitting the curb. I do that real smooth. We're on an empty street. So go ahead and now let's just get out of here. Just drive straight for me. I'm like, cool. It's an empty fucking street. Mind you, it's actually a trash day. There is no one on the street but us. I look, to the angle. I see the mirror. Nobody's on the street. Per usual, it's trash day. I pull out. Say, oh no, back to the DMV. I said, huh? Excuse me? She said, when we left that parking area, you did not look over your shoulder. Major error, you failed. The shock on my face and the disgust in my Nigerian father's face when I had to tell him that I failed the test for the same reason I failed the test before. So now you don't know how to turn head, huh? You don't know how to turn that. The whole drive home, I'm listening to him talk shit to me. I'm sick. I'm pissed. The whole time I'm training for the next test, at this point, I don't even know if I want the license no more. I'm like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe God has other plans for me. Maybe Uber is my dream. Maybe that's my destination. Maybe whoever I need to meet in my life is an Uber driver. Like, maybe this is where, at this point, I'd almost given up on it. But The weeks pass. It's my time to take the test. I pull up to the DMV again. This time, I'm not even excited at this point. It's like pulling up to work at a job you don't like. I'm just like, I'm here. Yep, yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's me. Like, I'm not excited. Like, all the kids are smiling. My license. I don't give a fuck. I'm just here. But a younger gentleman comes out. He has a snapback on. He has a polo shirt on. He has a little badge on his chest, like on the, hanging. I say, oh, good afternoon. He's like, oh, good afternoon, sir. How's it going? I said, I'm just trying to take the test. He's like, oh, it says here you're actually attempting this test for the 3rd time. I said, yeah, actually, I had both of those ladies over there. He said, nigga, you had both of them? He broke all decorum. He was talking super proper until I told him I had both of them. He said, nigga, you had both of them? The shock in his face. Nigga, bent down in the seat to look me in the face to tell me, nigga, you had both of them? Like that. He told me that the amount of people they fail each per day is the highest in Inglewood DMV history. And I had both of them. I was set up to fail. I had no chance. So after he tells me this, I explain to him what happened. I'm like, yeah, they said I had the minor errors, and then the major error was the same minor error. He's like, damn, nigga, I hear that all the time. Like, we just talking at this point. I pull out, I make a smooth stop. He's like, oh shit, nigga, you know what you doing? I said, yes, I do. We just drive around listening to music at this point. We hanging out. Me and this nigga BFFs. We follow each other on Instagram and shit. We friends now. Through this trauma, we have bonded. The black experience. But that's why I take my test 3 times, man. Because the last time, I ended up passing. He passed me. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to my boy Gerald, man. When I hadn't found him. Good guy. But that's not joke. I don't think it's that long. It's 8:08, so it's like 7 minutes. That could be like a whole set. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. I know I hit my 2-minute mark, so we're probably gonna close there. And I think I'm the last person. Are you going up? Okay, yeah, I think I'm the last person. So I'm gonna bring Sam back to the stage. Thank you guys so much for helping me work through this. We're doing this set better. I do have a show, or I'll have a few shows in August. So I mean, I think most of them have to be on Instagram here, but I know the one that's official right now is August 9th. So I may debut that joke there, but I know that joke might end up being like a whole set. So it's like because of that. I mean, there's still fluff that we have to take out. So we'll work on it though. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Sorry for Sam coming back to the stage too. Sam,
Keep it going, Brony, everybody. At least School of Comedy. You get to see the behind the scenes. You get to see the scenes. You saw, like, we are here. So, okay, I'm gonna do this one last time for the camera. I know we're live, but sometimes you gotta take advantage of the fact that we're recording. Tomorrow night at LA School of Comedy, 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard, we're doing a show with the Thumbs Up app. It's an opportunity for you to buy a ticket, then earn the money right back of that ticket of which you purchased, online or in person. The comedians you saw tonight, some of them will be featured, some of them are going to show up, they might think they're audience and then they're featured. You know what I mean? It's going to be so much fun. There's going to be soda, there's going to be banners, and most of all, community. I love you guys. We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do podcasts, do your self-tapes, and please clap it up for Cindy Crew, because our director, who isn't here tonight, she's back.